There are now 9 million people in this country who've never used the internet, a bunch of other people who've only used it once or twice. And when I've been sitting down with people who recently come to use technology, without a doubt, you can go around endless consulting reports about why this stuff doesn't work and why people haven't used technology. But the thing that changes it is when someone like them, and that's the crucial thing, like them or that they trust, shows them how to use it. That's not very complicated. It might be your daughter, it might be someone you work with, it might be someone at the school gates, it might be a trusted intermediary in the library or in a UK online centre. But that's what makes people feel comfortable, not to ask the stupid questions, not worried about blowing up the machine. So absolutely, in my mind, totally vital that it's all about that local championing. One thing we did in the summer was we published our manifesto for a network nation, and we launched that at Number 10. This is a vision of how to get those 9 million people online and really help Britain be one of the biggest and most developed digital economies in the world. That manifesto had a huge number of different ideas in it, working through central government, local government, charitable sector, private sector. But one of them that came through all of those different things was the idea of champions, whether they're local champions, regional champions, individual champions. I think that spreading out that network, getting the amplification effect that you have when you get one person kind of doing the rallying cry for a number of others is really important. Really happy that it totally segues into the recommendations that we're making in our manifesto. One of the very clear recommendations to government was that we should be supporting local champions. One of the very clear recommendations to the private sector was that we should find champions within commercial organisations to help spread the word around those organisations and beyond. This is an absolutely scalable idea. You can imagine how those champions could have little clusters of activity themselves and share stories and tips and practices, but it's a model that you could see being rolled out at many levels, regionally, nationally, internationally, why not? It's not really to me about whether you like technology. It's here, it's the defining tool of our age. There are going to be services that will only be delivered online. There are already commercial services you can only get online, and government will start to do things only online. To deny people access to technology is like saying they shouldn't learn to read. I am not for 1 minute sitting here saying you must live your whole life online, you must give up your real world and be virtual. That's crap, frankly, excuse me, Yorkshire. But what I do absolutely advocate is that everybody has an equal opportunity to enjoy the big consumer savings from technology, the incredible ability to make friends, keep friends, find your friends, the amazing way that you can now download entertainment, the amazing way that you can have, in the blink of an eye, a communication go across the world. So that's the thing that I care passionately about. It's a big number, 9 million, so there's a whole big spectrum of different types of people, but just to give you some kind of headline numbers, of that 9 million, about 4 million are also the most socially and economically disadvantaged people, and that splits about 39% over 65, 38% unemployed, and 19% families with children. So that's kind of in that subsection of the 9 million, nearly half the 9 million there. If you look more broadly at the 9 million, it's a bit more skewed towards older people. So you can see there's two clear groups, disadvantaged people and older people. So that's why not only is it a kind of issue of technology, but it's also a kind of issue about social fabric, I would argue. I wish you really a fantastic conference. I am working as hard as I can to make sure that people in government really understand the importance of building digital skills for the UK going forwards, not just being satisfied with a 70% penetration and use of the internet, but really striving to make the UK one of the most digitally developed countries in the world. I think that will set us apart at a time when it's going to be tough in many, many ways. So I personally appreciate the enormous efforts that many people all over the place are going to help build different skills within our country. And I really hope that your conference yields some excellent results and will help have an impact too. Good luck making IT personal, joining the dots.